Today we are doing a crispin fried crappie with homemade potato chips. The crappie my dad was generous enough to go out and catch and provide us for this recipe today. Our oil is going right now. We want to make sure that while we're heating that up that we don't heat it up too far, because if it starts to smoke you can kind of really ruin your whole day. You can end up standing outside, and right now it's winter and we don't want to get super cold. It's negative outside, so make sure that you have a thermometer in there and that you're really paying attention while that oil is heating up when you're getting ready. At the moment we're only at about 100 degrees because we've just started the oil, so we can actually take some time to get some stuff ready here for this recipe. I have here 2 potatoes, and what I'm going to do is just want to slide it across the mandolin at the desired thickness. You can see that I can almost roll these up. So they're really thin, going to be really easy to fry. So that's about 12, 13 slices. Now a little trick I learned is while these potatoes are waiting to go in the oil when they're heating up, is coat them with a little oil too. It'll keep them from turning color, and it'll keep the regular flavor of them too. So our potato chips are ready. Now the batter is kind of a mutant of a regular beer batter and a tempura, which is kind of an Asian style batter. What we're using actually for the substitute for beer in this beer batter is crispin. It's a hard apple cider. You could also use just club soda because this has club soda in it. Anything that's bubbly, champagne, your favorite beer, whatever you'd like. We also need 1 egg white for this recipe. I just like to crack it into my fingers, and I just let the egg white fall right out. I'll just set this aside. For this recipe, I like to start with the flour. So it's a 1/2 cup. Doesn't need to be sifted or anything. It's 1/4 cup of crispin, 1/4 cup of our club soda. We're going to add our egg white. And now what we need is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. And the cornstarch just helps add a little crispiness to the batter. So all we want to do now, just get that nice and whisked up. The more combined you get, the more it'll thin out. So our oil is at just around 300 degrees. Try and get these in as quickly as you can, and just make sure that they're not sticking. So you want to just move them around a little bit. These only take a couple of minutes. All right, so our potatoes are nice and golden brown here, and just right away, I just like to sprinkle with a little kosher salt. Okay, so our oil is ready for the crappie, and what you want to do is just really get the fish in the batter, let any excess drip off, right into the oil. I was talking about how this is like a tempura batter because it gets really poofy. And there it is, just really simple, nice and clean fried crappie with homemade potato chips and tartar sauce. For this recipe and others from the show, go to fishingclub.com.